Okay, still working with right triangles, but we're going to look at what's referred to as just the 30, 60, 90 triangle, meaning that's the measurement of the three angles that you have within your triangle, so it is a right triangle. But when you have those three particular measurements, then you have a certain relationship between the length of the sides. So as it states, in any right triangle in which the two acute angles are 30 degrees and 60 degrees, the longest side, which would have to be opposite the hypotenuse, is always twice the shortest side. Okay, so if my shortest side, of course just going by looks, would be here, but you notice since this is your shortest side, this would have to be your smallest angle, but you know, we talked about that earlier. That wherever your smallest angle is, opposite would have to be your shortest side. So I'm going to refer to this shortest side as A. So when it says that the longest side or the hypotenuse is twice the shortest, then that would have to be 2A. Of course, twice means multiply times 2. And then the side of medium length, of course this is the medium size angle, so this would have to be the side of medium length that's opposite the 60-degree angle, is always square root 3 times the shortest. So if the shortest is A, then this would have to be A times square root 3. Okay? So you need to memorize the relationship there. You need to know that the shortest side is A, the side opposite the 90-degree angle is 2A, and the side that is opposite the 60-degree angle is A square root 3. Now remember, that relationship only applies to a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, so how we're going to use this is you're going to be given one side and asked then to find the other sides. Now, like with the Pythagorean theorem, remember, you have to have two sides in order to find the third side. But when you're dealing with 30, 60, 90, as long as you know one side, then you can find the other two sides. Okay, so if I know that my shortest side is 7, so what we just learned is my shortest side is A. So that means that A is equal to 7. I mean, actually, I guess I could just put an equal sign there and just say A is equal to 7. So I need my longest side, which remember is also your hypotenuse. So the expression that I gave you for that is 2A. And we have found here that A is 7. So 2 times 7 would give me 14. So that would be the length of my longest side. Okay, next we're going to get the side that is the medium length side, which is also opposite the 60-degree angle, and it's referred to different ways, so that's why I'm writing down it's the medium length side, but it's also referred to as the side opposite the 60-degree angle. So the expression that I gave you for that was A square root 3. So again, we know that A is 7, so my answer would be 7 square root 3. So that would be the remaining sides. You're going to be given one, and you have to find two of them. Okay, next one. This is still working with 30, 60, 90. So this time you're told that the longest side is 12. Now the expression for the longest side is 2A. So I could say that 12 is equal to 2A. And now from this equation, I can get that A is equal to 6. So this right here is my shortest side. So now all I'm left to do is find the medium size or medium side, or again the one that's opposite the 60-degree angle. So my expression again there is A square root 3. And of course from here we discovered that A would have to be 6. So my answer is 6 square root 3. Okay, next one. So this time I'm starting you out with the side that's opposite the 60-degree angle. Okay, so the side that's opposite the 60-degree angle is a square root 3. So I have 9 square root 3 is equal to a square root 3. So that means the value of a would have to be the 9. So there's my shortest side. So now that just leaves me with the longest side. Again, which is your hypotenuse. So your expression is 2a. And here we've discovered that a is 9. So 2 times 9. So the length of that side would have to be 18. Alright, one more with the 30, 60, 90 triangle. And this one has a little bit more work that we have to do just because of some of the algebra that's involved. Now, I'm giving you the side opposite the 60-degree angle just like I did on the previous problem, but what's going to make this one a little bit more difficult to work with, or just a little bit more work to have to do, is this doesn't have the square root 3 in it like the previous problem did. So in order to find out what a needs to be here, I mean, just like you're solving an equation to get a by itself, then you're going to have to divide by square root 3. Okay, but now we've ended up with the square root in the denominator. Now, if you remember from algebra, you learned that you have to rationalize, and there's going to be a lot of things in trig a little bit later that we're not going to bother rationalizing, but I do want you to rationalize these. So I would need to multiply my numerator and my denominator by square root 3. Okay, so when I multiply my numerators, that would give me 5 square root 3. And square root 3 times square root 3 is just 3. So my value of a is 5 square root 3 over 3. So this is my shortest side, because a is always the shortest side. So what I'm left to find now is going to be my longest side, or my hypotenuse. So my expression is 2 times a. So I have to do 2 times 5 square root 3 over 3. Now remember, the 2 is understood to be over 1. So you multiply your numerators together, so that's 10 square root 3. And then you multiply your denominators together, which is 3. So your longest side is 10 square root 3 over 3.